Peyton Wilson is projected to go to the Packers. He ran a 4.43 and he's
I know.
6'4", 230. This man has lived in his college for many years. He's never left. So I'm hoping all this productivity is good. He's not my favorite one coming in, but he is one of those ones that I really liked. Personally, these linebackers coming in are really good. And in me and my dynasty league, I'm going after one of these guys. I'm telling you, they're that good. I'm going after one of these guys. You can't go by without grabbing Peyton Wilson or Cooper or even Jeremiah Trotter. But yeah. So Brian, I know this is kind of a flyer, but hey man, what if they pull a fast one and they don't draft Caleb Williams? If there's someone who you want me to play pair Fields or even defensive impact player, well, I can answer that for him. And I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna want Maserati. That's the 101. You get Maserati for the best.
If I could go to 10, if I get to 102 or 10, see, I'm trading twice. I'm going down to the 5, and whoever's there available 5. Because I believe wholeheartedly that Arizona is going, though as much as they love Marvin Harrison Jr., they're going to trade with the Raiders, and the Raiders are going to pick up JJ McCarthy or something like that. I fully believe that that's going to happen. And if the Bears go down to 5, they might still be able to sneak away with Marvin Harrison Jr. And if that's a possibility, it's worth everything. Everything.
And they're waiting for the price to drop, yeah. And that's a possibility. Honestly, and we talked about this, Kadani, earlier. If they don't trade him, Fields is going to beat him. And I'm not even...
in Chicago, it will just say, hey, we're going to let him sit the whole first year. And that's what, and they're going to let Justin Fields get his trade value up, and then they'll trade him away from them, as far away from them as they can.
Mm-hmm.
To not have to see him again. They'll trade him to
that's
Seattle.
Ideally what they would want.
Yeah.
But, that's not also always the case, because look at what the Lions did in Hawkins. So.
Yeah, well, it's your quarterback, and you don't want the guy who's that explosive that makes all those plays coming back to haunt you. Even though I want to see it. I want to see it so bad.
Because he's so good, but the problem is he never. He never.
We'll get back to Justin. He
never got what he needed. But anyways, Peyton Wilson.
They screwed.
This guy. We left linebackers last, because I felt like it was my favorite position this year. I wanted to talk about them because they're all good. And all of these positions we've had like 2 or 3 guys, but the linebackers this year, they're all good. So I had to leave them last this year. We knew about this guy coming in around November, December. This guy was my number 3. But he has been climbing up these boards, and easily he's probably going to be the number 1. Even Mark had a hard on for this guy, and it was like he's amazing. He's a really good athlete. Again, 6'4", 233 out of North Carolina State. Good height for what he has. Good wingspan. His 40 is
his wingspan is okay. It's really only a 30 and a half.
Yeah, but
his weight is pretty okay.
Are you talking about his arm length?
Being a strong linebacker?
His one arm length, yeah, it's 30, but his total wingspan, I'm talking about like from arm to arm.
It's still under
30 inches.
6'2". Yeah, he's 6'2". So his wingspan with his hands is 6'2". I'm sorry, 30. 6'2". So his arm wingspan is actually shorter than his height.
Yeah, but that's 76 inches.
That means
that's still pretty good, man. For a linebacker, that's still pretty good. You're giving me lineman measurables. You're giving me lineman measurables.
Ability, I think is off the charts. Once again, remember when I told you about the 10-yard split? It's another 1.54 guy. That means he reads and he reacts quickly. He has explosion.
Nobody's outrunning this guy. No one's outrunning this guy.
4.43 is stupid.
No, stupid. He will catch you. If he's on the opposite side, he will catch you no matter what. Like he's good.
His explosion does worry me a little bit. Just a little bit.
Second. He'll go late
Yeah.
second at the worst. Very good coverage, and that's hard by linebackers to come by. Pretty good at the run defense, not too bad at the pass defense, but very good coverage. And honestly, I like that about linebackers. If you have good coverage, you can spread the ball around the middle. You can actually open up your outside linebackers to cover out the flats. And you're like, hey, dude, I'm this fast. Go ahead, leave me the whole middle, and I'll cover this entire middle. You guys get the flats. This guy can cover it. He'll cover the
Yeah.
entire hash
Yeah.
mark. Look at this dude. Look at that right there.
It reminds me of in college. This is a hard name to put out there. It reminds me of Brian Urlacher in college. His speed, his explosion. He reminds me of Brian Urlacher. So you gotta remember, Brian Urlacher in college was a safety. He was a strong safety. But he was a safety. And he ran like the wind. This guy runs like the wind. He reads and reacts, and he gets down. And he gets downhill, and he makes plays. The only concern I have with him is his ACL tear.
Yeah. But
that's my only concern with him. But everything else, he is off the charts with
overall,
every playmaker that you can say.
We've had guys coming in and they're kind of banged up. Like some of these running backs coming in have like multiple tears. I think
quarterback three.
Trey Benson broke all the CLs in his legs, and he's still one of the best ones. So it's
that's true.
But overall, he's
is he outside linebacker or is he a middle linebacker because of his size? His 233 frame.
Okay, so I was gonna talk about how lean he is. Surprisingly, he's not an outside, but I think because he's so good at coverage, they have him in the middle. He's so good at coverage that he can read the ball where it's at. Like, you can put him either way.
Weak side 4-3?
Maybe. That would work.
That would work. 4-3, he would be special.
Because he's got really good pursuit. Like, you're not outrunning this dude. He will catch you. Like, there's probably a handful of receivers that could probably outrun him in a straight line. But the way a defender tackles, there's like the cone drill. If anybody's played defense, you know the cone drill. No matter his assignment, you are not running out of his assignment. He will catch you.
No, I think he's perfect for. See how you have him right there, the weak side linebacker. I think he's perfect for tight end. Perfect for tight ends.
Oh, there's no tight ends.
Because you're not going to be because we're getting to see Brock Bowers. We're getting all these great, unbelievable tight ends coming in. I think he's so fast. He could cover them. He's big enough to cover them, and he's not going to get bullied. That's why I can see weak side linebacker, and he's your coverage linebacker. He can really, and he's going to be good on someone's team doing those things.
You ain't running on him. And you know what though, and I think that why they had him more at middle linebacker is he's really smart. The decisions that he makes are like just I don't know. I really like watching him play, and I wouldn't mind giving up a second round in IDP leagues for this guy.
I worry about it still.
If he ends up in the Packers,
third, I can see it.
I don't know, well, maybe, but that again, that's if you have to gamble on like I said, I don't mind giving a second for this guy if like a late second in your dynasty leagues drafting this dude. But yeah, so he's projected to go to the Packers. Let's talk about the Packers.
The Packers have Quay Walker, they have Rashawn Gary, right? McDuffie's not going to play. McDuffie's not going to play. McDuffie's not going to be a player. So he can step right in for McDuffie, be their the left inside linebacker, but he's really your almost weak side linebacker. I can see that. Step right in. And you shadow all the great tight ends. You anything that crossing routes, he's that guy. And we go on a division in the NFC North that we have some great tight ends. We have some great tight ends. I mean, you have to have someone that can run with them. Sam Laporta, I know Cole Kmet. Honestly, I hate Everett. We already talked about Minnesota. What they got. I mean, there's great tight end play, and you need a linebacker that could run with
This
these
is
guys.
the guy.
He's the guy.
Like this guy, Quay Walker is going to be that pass rusher. Having him there is going to be very useful because Rashawn Gary and Quay Walker are just going to knock over that. They're going to chip the tight end, which can only give it more effect for him to be there. Look, and the Packers, they have 1 million draft picks.
Yeah.
So they can grab him somewhere. They have a first, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, a fourth, a fifth, 2 6 and 2 sevens. They almost have 2 picks in every round. Tell me this guy's not going to be a Packer.
Getting hyped when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, yeah, that's how I'm living.